Well, my name is Sello, as you've said. I'm so glad to be here. Thankfully, Well, I'm based in Johannesburg, South Africa. Originally from the north, Limpopo, Limpopo province. So I'm a poet. I'm a social entrepreneur as well, and I like to, thank everybody and to, acknowledge the space, for sharing the space with such diverse people, with who are very attached to the theme, and who's been the theme is part of their hearts, and So my first poem, I'm gonna is about it talks about migration, from those days of yore to now, and it tries to question, you know, uh, the migration, why are people moving to Europe and why are people moving out always, trying to question those, uh, ask those questions, Yeah, the first one is entitled The Crossroads Spirits Must Return Home. Actually, it's the crossroads spirits of the dead migrants must return home. And remember those who transitioned in crowded wrecked vessels sailing to Europe, those thousands washed by the waves of the ocean in search of dollar and euro signs. Your transitioning leaves down a scar full of questions to the status quo. Some couldn't face the atomic sounds of bombs and missiles. Some tired of corner hunger and poverty. Some torn apart by the aftermath of man-made wars. Some raped, tortured, and sold at the Tripoli auction market to reach Italy. Some are still missing with body parts. Some died in the Bundu, swallowed by the Crocodile River. Some buried alive by heavy thunderstorms of Southwest. Some are the stones that the builder refused. Those who transitioned in crowded wrecked vessels sailing to America in search of greener pastures. Your spirits must return home to rest. Your spirits must return home for closure. Tell the medicine man to dig up the roots and throw down the bones so the spirits can tell us the kind of sacrifice they desire to return home. Those crossroads spirits of the dead migrants flowing in the midst of the Mediterranean Sea and wandering in the wilderness must return home to their loved ones. What about those wailing souls captured by force during the slave trade, who jumped into the Volta for refuge? Their spirits too must be appeased and returned home, even though we pay homage to you at any crossroads we encounter. May your spirits fly and find their way back home someday so we can live close with the past. Thank you. Well, the second poem is entitled Why My Children, and through this issue of migration, this what they're going through, and it's a cry to the politicians out there, you know, just to let people know what's happening, in these countries, whether it's Africa or the diaspora, you know, the kind of situation we go through, you know, the difficulties of obtaining asylum, the entrances of these countries, the challenges, you know. So this one is called Why My Children? And it goes, endless echoes of the homeless enslaved by past disparities and inequalities. A brotherhood ambushed in the middle of the night by witches with drawn knives, all in the name. Trials and tribulations, televised from the Hillbrow Tower. Man-made disease and cowards. Babylon's system is still soaking the blood of the sufferers, sleeping on pavements under thunders of Southwest. Sufferers abandoned by loved ones and neighbors along the N1 road. Old city ground floors of gold are now pillows for the talented ones. My children are blacklisted without death, while toddlers were aborted at Avon graveyards. A minute for rape, hours for abuse, and seconds for murderers of my children's culture. Comrades in BEE heaven while the masses are dying in poverty. Political cries and slogans of yesterday's promises and hopes are full of maybes, and Ubuntu is only reserved for your funeral savings. Salvation can only be found in the garbage bins picked from yesterday's leftovers. Why, my children? Thank you.